So I have listed the techniques, but I've just explained them a wee bit more. And I've also explained a little bit how they work. So the sorts of phrases that you need to make sure that you're aware of that in terms of explaining how things work. Themes are explored. Characterization is created, constructed, developed. Imagery is created or formed. Structure is manipulated. Character relationships are created, formed, developed. And it's important that you have that understanding of how these techniques work. Okay? Because otherwise they just come across as abstract entities. So these are techniques that the writer has, but it has to do something with them. So in order to use imagery, you need to create it. So the writer does not use imagery. The writer creates imagery. The writer does not use structure. The writer manipulates structural features. Okay? It's important that you memorise, that you develop your understanding of the way in which techniques can actually be used within the text. What's good about those last sentences? Well, it's obviously brilliant. But what's particularly good about them is the fact that on a number of occasions I've referenced the fact that this is a play. And it is important, I said to you this before, it's important that you demonstrate an understanding of the genre that you are looking at, that this is a play. Some people refer to Streetcar Named Desire in their prelim as a poem. That concerns me somewhat. Okay, so it's important that you recognise that, and where possible you can make reference to audience, you can make reference to stage, you can make reference to the fact that it is a play, and you can see that I captured that within my introduction. What I haven't included there, and what should be there, and what we can have a look at just now, is a summary of the whole text, a plot summary. Now, as I said to you at the beginning of the lesson, it's important that you demonstrate an understanding of the whole play, and the plot summary within your introduction is part of that. Now, there are two ways you can go about integrating a plot summary into your introduction. The first one is that you can pre-prepare a plot summary that you have spent hours agonising over, developing the quality of your expression, that's about 3 sentences in length, is very succinct, and captures all the main events, and then reproduce that under exam conditions. Trying to do that. However, the better candidates, the stronger candidates, the A band 1 candidates, they'll not do that. What they will do, perhaps, is to have a sense of a summary of the text, a brilliantly expressed, succinct summary of what the play is about, and then what they'll do is they'll actually manipulate it and tweak it and change it to fit the question. So the stuff that they had pre-prepared within their summary that does not make reference to instability or the destructive nature of desire will come out, and if there's anything they feel that they need to add in that they haven't perhaps included in their pre-prepared one, they'll put it in. Because it's all about creating something that is, wherever possible, relevant to the task, and that includes your summary of what the play is actually about. So, I am now going to attempt to draft a summary of the play on the hoof. Perhaps one should have pre-prepared this before today's lesson. However, I'm going to demonstrate to you how under exam conditions, and this to me, this for me is an element, it's a bit like exam conditions, because I'm under pressure. I've got all you people looking at me, I'm being recorded, because I'm going to be going live. So there's an element of pressure there. So let's make a start. So Streetcar Named Desire explores the tragic downfall of Blanche Dubois. And that's one of the things that's very often debated in relation to Streetcar Named Desire. Is it a tragedy? Is Blanche a tragic hero? And that's one of the things that you could explore with Ms. Marshall. One of the things I'd expect you to be exploring with Ms. Marshall. So Blanche is a complex character that at times creates delusions and at others offers insight. This insight is clearly demonstrated in her evaluation of the cruel and primitive antagonist family. The suffering that Blanche experiences in life with death, loss, suicide and rejection reaches a climax, identifying part of the structure. So this is linking into Freytag's analysis of the structures of play. Climax, and her brother-in-law rapes her. So again, I've identified the nature of the relationship between Blanche and Stanley without having to say that Stanley is Stella's husband and Stella is Blanche's sister. I can simply mark the relationship by referring to him as the brother-in-law. Rapes her, leaving the audience horrified as the catastrophic, because the ending that we see as the play is a catastrophe. So again, I'm linking it to some literary theory from Freytag's analysis. The catastrophic institutionalization that she must face. It's not the best thing I've ever written, but it's okay. But it gives you an idea of the sort of length and the level of detail that we would expect to be going into that summary that you include in your introduction. Many candidates will spend 3/4 of a page telling me the story of Streetcar Named Desire. While you are demonstrating an understanding of the play, you're not addressing the task, you're not analysing, and you're not evaluating. So you need to get this done quickly, succinctly, and with an element of thought and consideration about the quality of your expression.